talking franchises here, bud.
We ride together. We die together. Joss Boys for life. Hey, it's Daniel Ehrenberg. Over there's Logan Adair. And I just want to tell you I love you, man.
No, this is me, Daniel Ehrenberg.
Oh, I see. We're doing the little switch thing like from the first movie.
What are you talking about? I'm Daniel Ehrenberg.
How would you be Daniel Ehrenberg? Like Martin Lawrence in Bad Boys, he like tries to be like flashy, you know, and he's a bachelor. What would your version of Daniel Ehrenberg be? Because I know how I would pull off Logan.
I feel like I shouldn't say on the podcast.
I feel like it's fine. Let's let it all hang. Listen, I'll tell you. If I was Logan, I'd be a whiny little bitch. I'd be.
You're not pulling any punches.
I'd have mood swings a lot. You know, like once a week, I would threaten to quit or kill myself, and then
one day it's gonna happen, and you're gonna regret saying that.
No, I won't. I'll. I knew it was coming. No, I don't think you'd ever actually do it because you're too much of a little wuss.
Which one? You don't think I'd do which one?
Oh, you would definitely quit. You will someday, and that's it for the podcast. When Logan quits, like that. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing it anymore. But no, but you won't kill yourself. You'll never do that. Which is good. I don't want you to do that. This shit got dark and weird real fast. Logan,
for the first time, I've started to see myself getting old, which is good.
Yeah.
When I was young, I could never see that.
No,
like even living to 26, I was like, "Whoa, are you serious? No way." But now I'm like, I'm here. May as well go to 60, 70, see what happens.
Yeah. When I was your age, drinking and stuff, I was like, I felt like 30 was the limit. Like I'd be done by then.
You're about 40 now.
I know. I'm almost 40 now, and I'm sort of back there. I'm like, I gotta do this for like a bunch more years. Like this is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, this is the Bad Boys episode. Michael Bay. We're excited.
Wait, you didn't say how you would be me.
I decided not to.
No, you have to. Come on.
No. It was gonna be like talking about like
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. So I decided not to. I'll edit that part out.
Yeah, please do.
All right. And like being like an edgelord on the podcast. Opening every episode like, yeah, we're the Joss Boys. That's how I'd be Daniel.
DP party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true. My shtick is tired, isn't it?
I don't want to say
it. You can include that part. All right. Where are we?
Bad Boys.
Right.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
I guess you sung that off mic, so you wanted to sing.
Well, I didn't intend to do that, but it
okay. Well, Bad Boys. This came out in 1995. All right,
long time ago.
It's a mid-90s film. I'll tell you, they were still making Martin at the time,
and Fresh Prince.
They were still making Fresh Prince in Bel-Air at the time. It's crazy. There's an episode of Fresh Prince where they reference Bad Boys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes out like with his shirt open. They're like, "Whoa, you look like the end of Bad Boys."
No, I think it's when they had that little kid. Remember they introduced a little kid towards the end?
Maybe.
And he goes like, my parents or whatever won't let me watch Bad Boys. And to Will Smith, and Will Smith goes, "Bad Boys, huh? What you gonna do?"
All right, I like that.
Yeah, you like that joke?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Let's sorry. Okay, Bad Boys. This movie started out not as this movie, okay? It was going to be called Bulletproof Hearts. That was the original title, and it was written for the starring duo of Dana Carvey and John Lovitz.
Well, John Lovitz wasn't an SNL guy, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was an SNL. I didn't know that about him.
Yeah,
All right.
his classic SNL character was the liar, where he would say really obvious lies, and he'd go, "Yeah, that's the ticket." That was the catchphrase.
That's pretty funny. Next time I say something that's obviously a joke, I'm gonna say, "Yeah, that's the ticket."
Good stuff. All right, so they never got that movie off the ground, and then someone had the idea, what about black people?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they offered they had it rewritten, and then they offered the Mike Lowry role to Arsenio Hall.
Okay.
And Arsenio turned it down. And he has said that it's the biggest mistake of his life.
But this movie isn't what it is with Arsenio. So
no,
I
know. If this movie comes out with like Arsenio and Martin Lawrence, I don't think it's quite the box office
Definitely
smash. Not. Yeah. But you got here. So the story is by George Gallo, who wrote Midnight Run, which makes sense. I feel like he probably came up with the idea like it's two cops and one of them has to pretend to be the other one.
Right.
Yeah. And then the final screenplay is written by the team of Jim Mulholland and Michael Berry, who wrote for Letterman at the time. I guess they contributed jokes, and Doug Richardson, who wrote Die Hard 2. So I guess he contributed like the action shit. So they combined those beautiful forces. It came out April 7th, 1995.
When does Bay come on?
Oh, yeah. Michael Bay ends up directing it.
It's his first movie, right?
Yeah. He comes on pretty early in the process. They offered to him as his first movie. He was like a music video director at this point. I remember a lot of his music videos had candles in them.
Interesting.
Is that weird?
Okay, yeah.
He was always... I'd have to look it up, but like I distinctly remember like looking at Michael Bay's video filmography one time and being like, I remember every one of these videos, the band performing in front of candles.
Yeah, all right, that's his thing. I don't remember any candles in either of these movies, though.
No, I don't think it's something he carried over to.
He dropped it.
He dropped the candle thing. Wait, maybe I can find a list of Michael Bay's.
It's on IMDb, right?
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, like under all of his movies.
Let's see. He directed.
I wish that Michael Bay looked like Michael Bolton. What do you think about
that? I could see it a little bit. Did you catch the Michael Bay cameo?
I did
in Bad Boys 2. I mean, I
recognized him immediately. Yeah. He had one line. He was like, "Freak."
Yeah, freak. Good stuff, bro. He directed the music video for "I Could Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That" by Meatloaf. That might be what I'm thinking of with the whole candle thing, because I remember that video had lots of candles in it. Let's see. I can't
worked with Meatloaf a lot.
He did?
Yeah.
Why didn't
Rock and
he
Roll
show up?
Dreams Come Through, Objects in the Rearview Mirror May Appear, whatever that is.
Why didn't
Bat Out of Hell 2.
But why didn't he put Meatloaf in any of his movies?
When does he die?
What do you mean? Meatloaf isn't he still alive, or he died like a couple years ago?
I know he's dead now, right?
He's in Fight Club.
He died. I know that. He died in 2022, so pretty recently.
Yeah. He was on Celebrity Apprentice, as was Arsenio Hall.
Okay, who's better?
Well, Arsenio won. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
you gotta give it to Arsenio. All right, and he also directed "Falling in Love Is Hard on the Knees" by Aerosmith. I remember that video too.
Okay,
that's a good title, right? Because they were old by that point.
And then he directs his daughter in Armageddon. You think that's how that happened?
It might be, man. Well, cool. "Falling in Love Is Hard on the Knees," like that record was like right before "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing." I wonder if he like directed the video and was like, "Hey, you want to write a song for my next movie?"
Right. I'm sure that's exactly how that played out.
That's wild. Never realized that. Okay. So Bay is our director. Love Bay.
Really?
I mean, I find him fascinating. I do follow his career. Like I've seen a lot of Michael Bay.
If you guys haven't listened, we did Transformers.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to those if you want to.
You want to hear my Bay rankings?
Yeah, do it.
All right, here.
I have a hot take, guys. I just watched Pain and Gain. I think that's his best movie, his masterpiece, if you will.
You might be right about it. It's number 3 on this list, and it should be higher, I think. All right, here it is. Bay rankings.
Yeah.
I've seen 14 movies by this man.
Is that all of them?
Probably.
Yeah. You
no,
the Krasinski one?
No, wait, is that the war one?
13 Hours?
Yeah, that one I haven't seen.
Okay.
14 Transformers The Last Night, 13 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, 12 Transformers Age of Extinction, 11 Six Underground.
Oh shit.
Yeah. 10 Transformers Dark of the Moon, 9 Transformers.
All right.
8 Pearl Harbor, 7 Ambulance.
Oh.
What?
I thought that would be like pretty high.
That's a good movie, man. I like Michael Bay.
You can make an argument that's kind of a masterpiece. It's like it's like the same thing as Pain and Gain, sort of.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to watch it.
All right. I did watch it like earlier this year. All right. 6 is Bad Boys, 5 Armageddon, 4 The Island, underrated.
Whoa.
Yeah. 3 Pain and Gain, 2 Bad Boys 2, and number 1 The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. I know people like that one. I can never get into the description of it. It sounds like not something I'd be that into.
I know what you mean, but you just sit there and watch that thing and you'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Is this an updated list? Bad Boys 2 is still number 2 or whatever?
This is not an updated list, to be honest. I might put Pain and Gain ahead of Bad Boys 2.
All right. So you like... I always heard Bad Boys 2 better than Bad Boys 1. Maybe it might take Bad Boys 1 better than Bad Boys 2. I think I might think that.
I think the thing is, Bad Boys 2 is the Michael Bayest movie ever made. All right?
That's fair.
It's so Bay. It's full Bay. It's everything you need from a Bay. Every like stereotype of Michael Bay movies you ever heard, it's because of Bad Boys 2. I mean, it's probably also because of most of his other movies, but
yeah, I was thinking like you could make the case for Transformers. You could do like
Armageddon.
Yeah.
No, but Bad Boys 2 is just so insane. It's from the mind of a very specific artist, if you want to call him an artist. And yeah, me too. And so I always like, I'm watching the movies, and I do think that technically Bad Boys 1 is a better movie. Like the script works better, and like the characters make sense. It's shorter. Yeah, it's pretty tight. But like the second movie is just astronomical.
It's just like Bay injected into your veins.
Yeah, it is fucking enormous.
I get it. I do get it.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you could go either way. Like I kind of think Bad Boys is better, I think, but Bad Boys 2. Like if you're gonna decide to watch a Bad Boys movie, that's the one you're gonna put on.
I think I'd still go Bad Boys 1.
Really?
Also, because it's his directorial debut, so it's more interesting to me. Yeah. It's for so much less money.
That's true, man. Bad Boys 1 only cost $23 million to make.
That's impressive. That's like one of the more impressive feats in film history, in my opinion.
That's legit low budget, and it looks really good. And like, there's not that many huge action sequences, not that many explosions till the end. Like
there's like the one on the highway whenever we see like the news footage when the wife catches wind that he's not where he's supposed to be.
Right.
That's like the one real explosion I can think of.
Well, and the airplane hangar at the end.
So 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 big explosions. Oh, right. Because the first one, is that the one where they're like throwing ether from behind the truck, or is that in the second one?
I think that's in the second one.
I think you're right. Sorry about that. Okay. they only had 2 months to film it because of the TV schedules. They both had to get back to work on their TV shows. And it was originally going to be set in New York, but it was Michael Bay who decided to move it to Miami, which I think was a fortuitous move.
I cannot imagine this in New York.
Yeah. Well, I think New York is just where they set everything around this time. Like that's like the generic setting for an action movie. So Michael Bay was like, well, we only got $23 million. I can't blow that much shit up. Let me at least set it in Miami. I'll show a lot of scantily clad ladies.
Yeah, you can get a lot of skirts.
Yeah, I'll shoot the sky orange like it's a fucking hellscape.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and we'll have a good time.
Which one? I think it's the second one where he's like moving the camera under skirts, like between legs.
That's the second one. Yeah.
It's amazing.
There's some
It's
crazy
awesome.
shit in that movie too, where you know that scene in the strip club where like the fucking the sprinklers go off and shit, and so it's just like scantily clad wet ladies dancing.
Totally.
I read that one of the ladies in that scene is a 15-year-old Megan Fox.
Yikes. I think I've heard about that she's in this movie. I didn't notice though.
I didn't either, but that's a big yikes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Megan Fox has said like Michael Bay has never like done anything to her, she didn't want to like Me Too him or anything, but he did cast her in a movie at 15 and then like stick a fucking camera under her skirt.
Yeah, I would say that's questionable.
Yeah, but I think it's more than questionable.
More than questionable. But I don't want him to stop making movies.
Well, no. I don't believe in cancel culture, Logan, because I'm an edgelord.
Yeah, if I was D-Train, I would just hop on cancel culture, Smanchel, Smolcher.
That's good stuff. All right. Nominated for 2 MTV Movie Awards.
All right. I bet the next one's like 6 MTV Movie Awards.
No, also 2.
Oh, shit.
Action sequence, nominated for best action sequence for the ending part, and it lost to Braveheart.
Okay.
And best on-screen duo, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, of course.
Friday? Lose to Friday?
No, but that was nominated. This was actually a stacked category.
Heat? Does that count?
I don't know.
Oh no, I know it won.
What?
Toy Story.
No, but that's nominated too. This is outrageous. Okay, because the ones that lost are Bad Boys, Friday, Toy Story, and Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman for 7.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
All right, who do you think beat them?
I literally have no idea. I would have thought Toy Story had to have won.
The answer is Chris Farley and David Spade for Tommy Boy.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. Are they good in that one?
Yes, but that's insane.
Yeah, it is.
We thought they were like a classic. We thought we were gonna be watching Chris Farley, David Spade movies for the next 30 years.
Did it stop because he died?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Damn.
I think they made 2 and then he died.
Uncle Buck, is that him?
No, that's John Candy.
I'll never get them right.
It's because it was before you were born.
Yeah. These are like ancient people to me.
But like in my life, like they are from 2 completely different eras.
This is like I'm mixing up like Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell or something like that.
No, that would be more understandable. It's honestly like you're mixing up like Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
No, these guys. No, I don't think so.
Well, those guys
are similar.
They're both fat. So, all right, here I'll give you another one. It's like you're mixing up Patrick Ewing and Magic Johnson.
Okay. I don't know if that quite makes sense, but
all right.
I kind of get it a little more.
I'm trying to speak in your terms. All right. That's another thing. If I was trying to be Logan, I'd make a lot of references to basketball.
So you'd be really cool.
Yep. Hey, Logan, I met a guy from Alabama.
Yeah, I didn't really understand. I didn't know what that word you said. I had to Google it. I'd never heard that.
Oh, really? Yeah. So do you know this town, though?
I looked it up. It's 2 hours west of me.
Okay. Because I asked him if he knew about Huntsville.
Yeah.
Are you okay with me saying the name of your town?
I don't. You said it before.
Okay.
But okay.
And he was familiar with it. So
Yeah.
maybe you live in a well-known town.
Yeah, I never heard of his, but I looked it up. It was real.
All right,
wasn't
but
lying.
yeah, within about 1 minute of meeting him, he asked me if I believe in cryptids, and he specifically mentioned the Wendigo and the Bigfoot.
Yeah. So I thought this was like a cryptocurrency type thing originally.
No. It was wild. He like really wanted to like bond with me. He said my girlfriend doesn't believe in it.
Is that really what he sounded like?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you look like the type to believe in the cryptids.
Yeah,
Let me talk
yeah.
to you.
He goes, but too many people have seen them for them not to be real.
That's a hilarious argument.
Yeah. And then he told me a story about how his father was in the military and he brought home a night vision telescope. Okay.
Mhm.
And he said you could see further out than other telescopes. And he was looking through it once and he saw a UFO.
Wow. So
Yeah.
there we go.
And he was like, so that's real. I've seen that with my own eyes.
Yeah, he checked that off the list. That one's real.
Right.
But he's just waiting on to see the cryptids.
Right. He said he goes to national parks hoping he'll run into a Bigfoot.
Damn. All right. You believe in that stuff?
No, but I'm just saying that's what's going on by you.
Yeah, apparently. Do you know, is Bigfoot and Sasquatch the same thing?
I believe so. Yeah.
Bigfoot's just like the name of a Sasquatch?
That's right.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Now, Wendigo, that's slightly different. I think that's like a werewolf Bigfoot. It's like a man who turns into a Bigfoot.
Yeah, I never heard of that one. Chupacabra, that's just like a wolf thing.
I think it's a giant cockroach.
What? Chupacabra? No, I'm right about that.
It's a giant Mexican cockroach, isn't it?
It's not a cockroach. It's like a wolf.
Is it definitely a wolf?
100%.
Okay. Never mind.
Chupacabra.
There was an X-Files episode about that one, but I don't remember what it looked like.
Yeah, really? You don't?
I just remember everyone being Mexican.
All right.
All right. Bad Boys. It came in at number 27 at the box office between Waiting to Exhale and Babe.
Okay, Babe.
Babe.
When are we going to do Babe?
Anytime you want, buddy.
Yeah, I don't really want to. Should we rank 1995 top 10?
Oh, yeah, sure. We can do that.
Number 10, new number 10, Empire Records. Shout out to that
Oh, my
amazing
God.
film. Number 9, Casino. I like that a lot more than other people. I don't know other people's beef with that one. 8, Friday. Just mentioned it. 7, Fallen Angels. Just watched that one. 6, Dead Presidents. That's a good one. 5, 7. That should be 7, I guess. 4, Safe. Horror film. Is that classified as a horror film, you think?
It could be.
It's
I don't think it is.
Drama on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Heat is number 3. My number 2 is Toy Story, and my number 1 is Before Sunrise.
All right. You ready? You ready for this shit?
Yeah.
What a year, by the way. I'm looking at my 1995 and like everything in like my top 30 should be in my top 10.
Jeez.
Number 10, Clueless.
Well,
No, what?
that seems high.
It's an incredible film. It's an incredible film. Number 9, Leaving Las Vegas. Number 8, Kids. Don't laugh at me.
If I was pretending to be Daniel, Kids would be my number 1. I know that.
All right. Number 7, Fallen Angels. Number 6, Living in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Number 5, Safe. Number 4, Dead Presidents. Number 3, Heat. Number 2, Before Sunrise. And number 1, 7.
Oh, Toy Story is not number 1. Where's Toy Story?
I got Toy Story here at number 19.
Well, you did say anything in your 30 could be your number 1, so I guess that makes sense.
Well, not my number 1, but
no,
in my
that's
top
what
10.
you said. That's what you said.
Is that what I said?
No, it's not. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay.
Where's Crimson Tide? You don't like that one?
I love Crimson Tide. I got it over here at number 36.
Oh, so that's outside of your top 30. All right.
Yeah. Okay. You want to talk about the movie?
Yeah, let's do it. We got Marcus Burnett, played by Martin Lawrence. He's got a family. He's a nice family man, but he doesn't have sex, right? That's his problem.
he's looking for quality time.
Quality time. That's pretty
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. And we got Mike Lowry. I love how Martin Lawrence says it. The whole
And
time.
he says it constantly. Like I feel like they just let them improv a ton in these movies, and I feel like Martin's way of getting into character is he adds the word Mike to every line.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Will Smith plays Mike Lowry. He's the suave ladies man, obviously, of the two.
He's
But they
a
gotta swap
bachelor.
roles.
He has a bachelor pad. He's got lots of ladies in the wings. It's his ex-girlfriend getting killed. That's like the
That was sad.
exciting incident of the film. It should have been sad, but
I
like
found it sad.
I really like.
I thought she was cool.
I did too. I liked her as a character, but I wish there was a little more setup of her and Mike caring about each other.
Well, I think you got the sense that they had broken up, and he sets it up like, well, now I find out she's a prostitute. I thought he set it up like there's a lot of men there, like you'll have your chance to like find a guy and be happy, but now he's setting it up like as like a business opportunity, I guess.
I don't know. It felt to me like he was blowing her off a little bit at the gym. So his whole turn later on, where he's like, getting the guys that killed Max is the most important thing in the world to me. Like, it didn't really ring that true.
I really bought their friendship and that he cared for her. I had no problem.
And it's also wild that he'd then like hook up with Téa Leoni.
Do they hook? They don't hook up, really.
I
It
feel
ends
like
they're like
I feel like they fuck like the second this movie ends.
maybe. I have a question about the end.
Yeah.
They get handcuffed at the end. Does she still have that key that she like put in her bra when she was like, "I'll never get handcuffed again"? Does she still have the key?
No. She had used that already.
She had used that because at the
Yeah.
end, I thought that I didn't know if that was a character decision. Like she could unhook them, but she wants to be stuck to him.
Oh
or-
yeah, let me
I
just
didn't-
be stuck to Will.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
That
about
would be a
or-
good Bad Boys movie if like Will and Martin were just like handcuffed to each other in an entire movie.
Why can't they get out? They're cops.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you really
Yeah,
have to
you're right.
explain
I
that.
guess the movie I was thinking of was Fled, but they're criminals. They're escaping from prison, so that's why they can't get out of the
Yeah,
handcuffs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. You ever see Fled?
No, I don't even know what it is.
That movie's good, man. It's like who is it? It's a black guy and one of the Baldwins. Maybe Lawrence Fishburne and Stephen Baldwin. I want to say they're attached to each other.
I don't know if I'm sold.
Who
Who made it?
Kevin Hooks.
What?
Who made Passenger 57 and
Yeah.
Black Dog. He's a good action director, man.
All right, we'll see. I have a question. Why do they have to swap roles? Like when they're on the phone, and he's like having to pretend to be him to like get in. I understand, but when they meet Téa Leoni, can't they just explain to her like we had to like answer the phone and do everything quickly but this is
Right.
the way it is. Like the whole movie kind of makes no sense.
I completely agree with you. It's convoluted as fuck, man. Will Smith just happens to be out of town for like the fucking 10 minutes they need him. And
Yeah.
then he like pops back up the next morning. They already have her in police custody. They really should just go and explain like,
So here's
listen,
the deal.
We needed to get you in police custody. We knew that you'd only trust Mike Lowry. Here's Mike Lowry. I was just, that was just for the purposes of last night.
And she'd say, "Oh, okay," and then
Probably.
that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just go with it. It's not really a complaint, I guess, but whatever. So they have to swap, and so they both end up staying at Mike Lowry's place, and he tells his wife that he's going to some other state. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But
I didn't like the bad guys in this movie.
Of course, I don't like the bad guys in either one of these movies. They're boring.
I kind of like the guy in the second movie. I was like, who is this actor?
Oh, Tacheki Cario.
Seeing other stuff.
Yeah, he's got a big role in La Femme Nikita by Luc Besson.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in stuff. But anyway, in the first movie, it's just sort of generic like drug guys.
Yeah, they really did. I didn't even know what was going on half the time. But yeah, so also, why does Taya Leone? So she's roommates with Max, who that girl Will Smith was hanging
Yeah.
out with in the past. Is it a real thing where I don't know if hookers is the right word. What's the right word for what she does? A sex
Whores.
worker, whatever. She's a sex worker, and so she goes to the. Is it real? They just like bring their roommates sometimes. There's like, hey, come hang out while I do this job. Like,
No, I don't believe so. But it might be like she thought it was just going to be an escort job or so or that kind of thing, and so she was like, "Well, let me get my friend some extra money. We're a little late on the rent."
so they were both gonna do it.
Well, they both went. I don't think they were both gonna fuck. I think she thought it was a non-fuck job, so she could bring.
Oh,
Taya.
interesting. I got. And then
Yeah.
it went wrong. Everything went.
Yeah,
to shit.
yeah. Everything went sideways.
Gotcha.
Real
Alexander
Paul
Payne.
Giamatti situation.
I don't love that one.
What?
That's
Oh,
like my least
Sideways?
favorite of his movies.
You'll like it more when you're older.
My least favorite Giamatti movie. I like The Lady in the Water more. A little more.
Whatever.
But yeah, so I guess that's what happens. Whatever. And
Hey, Leone's wild in this movie, man.
I thought she's terrible. I hate it. Like I found her grating in every single scene she was in.
Yeah, well, that's her character a lot of the time is she's like pissed off at Mike and Marcus, and we love Mike and Marcus. So like we're like never on board with her bullshit. But like she's kind of like a naggy girl, like that, which makes sense. That's probably how Michael Bay sees women.
Yeah, but I thought her as an actor was terrible. Like the whole scene where she's talking about baloney, I was like, this is the best you've got, Taya Leone. This is the best you've got.
Well, Taya, she's built for TV, man. Let's be
I know.
honest. She shouldn't be making these movies. And if she is making these movies, she should be in, low-key drama stuff. Like The Family Man with Nick Cage. That's right for her.
Or Jurassic Park 3. She's
Or
great in that
Jurassic
one.
Park 3. Sure.
Do you prefer brunette or blonde, Taya Leone?
I gotta say,
Is that how you say it, Taya Leone?
blonde is iconic Taya Leone.
Right.
But I'm watching this movie with brunette Taya Leone, and I'm like, all right.
I enjoyed it too. I don't know if I really knew that side. I didn't know your game, Taya Leone.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too, man. Now I can see how sex addict David Duchovny was able to get on board.
They dated in real life?
They were married forever.
Oh shit. That's fun.
Yeah.
I guess. I always
He's
wanted
in a
him to.
great episode of the X-Files that he directed called Hollywood AD.
All right. I always wanted him to get with his co-star though.
Oh, Jillian?
I always wanted them to marry each other.
Yeah, that would have been nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have felt cozy, but
Yeah.
never happened. I
Alas.
wonder if they ever fucked.
Oh, they had to have.
Right?
For sure.
Okay.
Other actors in this movie, Joey Pants. Finally, after two Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants movies, where I was like, "Where's Joey Pants? When's he's gonna show up?" He finally shows up here in the Bad Boys movies, and he's
Yeah.
great as always.
He's just a classic cop movie character. He's the yelly police captain.
Here's a Midnight Run too. Is that writer you said, right?
Yeah, that's true. But like it reminded me of like Beverly. You just watched Beverly Hills Cop, right? That
Mhm.
is a great yelly police captain.
Not as good as Joey Pants.
Hey, Joey Pants, he's rocking it. He's got hair. He's doing great stuff.
Yeah, he's one of the best. But he's not the only great actor here. Mocha Joe from Curb Your Enthusiasm is in this movie as like the guy at the desk at the apartment.
I
Right?
thought you were gonna call him out as Willie the Snitch from Buffy.
Oh shit, that's the same guy. No,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I know him when he popped up. I was like, oh, Mocha Joe. I forgot about Willie the Snitch.
Yeah, I was like Willie the Snitch. He's now, like Roy the Doorman or something.
Roy. No, his name was
Well,
Chet.
Chet the Doorman.
Chet. Yeah, whatever you call that.
And that was my job for a long time, so I was judging his performance. I gotta be honest. When I was a doorman, Martin Lawrence's wife never would have gotten by me.
Oh, really? I thought
Are
you
you
said
fu-
you were gonna say you didn't care.
No. I was good at that job. There's no way she would have gotten upstairs.
You would have like run after her like he does, but you would have been faster and caught her.
I would have, because you're not trying to catch her. You catch the elevator. All right, there are ways to
Ah.
keep the elevator grounded.
They don't have buttons in the desk.
No,
Like-
they should. That's a good idea.
Yeah, why do they not do that? That seems
I don't know.
dumb. But whatever. All right, so judging it, he's a bad doorman. All right, fair enough.
All right, you want to bring up some other actors?
Yeah, who do we got?
Michael Imperioli.
Michael Imperioli. He was awesome in this movie. He's like
Yeah.
a tire mechanic guy, whatever.
Yeah, he's like a tire salesman who used to be a criminal and still knows a lot of criminals, and he's so little. I kind of wished he would. I honestly I don't remember the third one that well, and I haven't seen the fourth one yet. But if Michael Imperioli pops up in either of those movies, I will pop so hard.
Well, he wasn't in the second one, so why would he pop back up? Is
Why
John
wouldn't
Sally gonna show back up? He was in both of them.
Yeah, and John Sally's also in the TV show, which will. I'll try to watch the pilot for next week. They made
a
a
new one.
No, this was like in 2019. It only ran a season or two. It was called LA's Finest, and it was a TV show starring Gabrielle Union as her Bad Boys character.
Wow.
Yeah, and I believe Jessica Alba was in it as well. But like the only other Bad Boys person they got to pop up was John Sally.
That's like really bottom of the barrel.
I
Gabrielle
know.
Union and John Sally's character.
Yeah,
That's sad with Jessica Alba.
yeah,
All
I
right.
know.
I'll check that out too. We'll do
Okay.
that next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
All right.
You also got CSI's Marg Helgenberger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
you don't. She was Marg. You don't know Marg
No.
Helgenberger?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, she plays like an internal affairs officer in this movie, and she's got crazy hair, and she's always yelling at Joey Pants. And at one point, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are like, "Those two should just fuck already."
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I noticed this actor, Francine, played by Anna Thompson. She's the one in Unforgiven at the beginning who gets her face all scarred up, like the whole inciting incident for the movie.
Wow. Well, you just watched that, so top
Yes.
of mind.
So that was pretty cool. And this is only 5 years later, so she looked basically the same. I don't know what else. Some crazy stuff happens in this movie. Like you want to talk about some of the scenes. Like there's like a part where Martin Lawrence is at Will Smith's house, but then like a sexy lady shows up and starts stripping by the door. Like Will Smith.
Well,
I'm here
because
to
Will
see you.
Smith is such a bachelor. He's such a desirable bachelor that he's got women just like showing up in lingerie to his house in the hopes that he'll fuck them.
Yeah, it was wild. But
Yeah.
I guess that happens when you're Will Smith, probably.
That's right. And he was like, "Oh, you sent her home?"
She's my favorite.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, so that's also funny stuff.
Yeah.
What else was good?
The dog shits on his rug. I like when they get in an argument about that.
Yeah, I'd be really pissed if that happened in my place.
Yeah, yeah.
Just saying. Yeah, that's good stuff. But when they break in and Martin Lawrence is like, he's like pretending to be white. He's like, "Can I borrow some brown sugar?"
Oh, that was good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't sound too black. It's threatening.
That was hilarious.
They're great. Like the movie.
Oh, totally.
works because you got the team up of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Like they really lucked out. I mean, come on. They wanted Dana Carvey and John Lovitz. They offered a role to Arsenio. Somehow they ended up with the fucking Fresh Prince and Martin Lawrence, and it was the best thing that could ever have happened to them.
This has got to be one of the better duos. Like when you think about not just cop duos, but like movie duos, up there with
Oh,
Woody
yeah.
and Buzz. I would say it's crazy that the same year.
Well, that's why they keep making them. Like no one was clamoring for a third Bad Boys in 2020, but we were like, do you want to put Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in a movie again? That would be fun to see. And this is how we do it.
Was the third one
This is
after the
how
slap?
we do it.
Was that like a panic? Like we'll do the Bad Boys 3, or was that before the slap? I don't remember.
I think it might have been before the slap.
Okay.
Because King, I think maybe that's why I did the fourth one. That's the panic.
If it's 2020, it's before because that other movie is
Yeah.
2021. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, King Richard.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's what happened. Is after the slap, he was like, "Well, I know people like these Bad Boys.
Yeah, I'll do a
movies."
fourth one.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense because you can kind of tell they weren't planning for the fourth one because they named the title Bad Boys,
Bad
for,
Boys
Life,
for Life,
and that should clearly be the fourth one. So I guess that makes sense. What else was funny? I liked Will Smith. He's on the phone with Martin Lawrence's wife, like asking for stuff, and Martin Lawrence is there, and then she hangs up, but he's like, "So what are you wearing?" But he's like just messing with Martin Lawrence.
That's good. That's good. She hung up a
Classic.
long time ago, and there's lots of fun phone shenanigans in this movie. I'll say because I also enjoyed the part where Will Smith was staying with Martin Lawrence's family, and Martin calls up. And he hears Will, they're like going through a photo album and a photo falls out and he goes, "Put it back in."
Oh, you took it out too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So that's
talking about his dick, his big dick.
right, totally. So that's a big scene where Martin
I
like,
assume.
drives over. I assume too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jada treated him like shit. So who knows?
Oh, it's true. Holy shit. Do you think that kid had a bigger dick the one she fucked?
Maybe it's possible. That's sad. That's so sad. But anyway, that's a whole scene where Martin like drives over and like breaks back into his house to try to fight, or it's like outside. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh,
They fight in like a kiddie pool.
yeah. I thought Will Smith could, or whoever that stunt double was. They really looked like they broke their neck in that kiddie pool. They like really took like a suplex or something. They like went hard in it. It was wild. So shout out to that whoever did that. But
Yeah, shout out to Will Smith stunt guy.
yeah, seriously. Another phone gag. I liked when Martin Lawrence had two phones. Like one, he's talking to his wife, and one he's
Yes!
like on work. Like, can you do this? No. Sorry.
Why are all the best gags in this movie on the phone?
I don't know. That's a good question. Does Bay? I guess he didn't write his movie. Does he? Is he a usual writer? Bay?
No, Bay doesn't usually write, but Bay's whole thing is like he'll take a script and just be like, "This sucks," and like he invents shit on the spot.
Yeah, because his stuff seems so Bay like all of his lines.
His stuff is very specific.
Yeah, so it seems like it. What any stuff you didn't like in this movie?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. There's this police receptionist in this movie.
I think that's what I mentioned.
Okay.
Francine from Unforgiven.
Oh, that's who it is?
Yeah, I believe so. Because she's like the whole twist at the end of the movie. Like she had photos.
Yes.
She's being blackmailed.
It turns out like her ex-boyfriend was like one of the bad guys. Right?
Yeah, that's her. Yep.
So that twist doesn't really work because the performance she's giving in the rest of the movie is so fucking weird. Like it's such a bad, weird, standout performance that doesn't fit anything else that they almost have to make her important at some point, or else why would they include this weird performance in the movie?
Is it the performance's fault or is it the movie's fault? Like there's just this weird character that sticks out.
No, I think it's the performance as well. There's like a couple scenes where she just has to like come in and be like, here's like some files or something, and I feel like here's your files. Like it's like she's doing this crazy performance out of like True Romance or something, but it's in Bad Boys.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, and I knew her, so I was paying like I thought she was gonna be a big deal, so I do understand. Yeah. So is she gonna be your LVP? You think?
Yeah, she's my LVP. I thought she was a standout LVP in this movie.
I just thought Téa Leoni. Anytime she was there, I was like, oh, we can't get anybody better than Téa Leoni.
Yeah.
Sorry,
you know
her. I know.
You know who's an underrated actor?
Who's that?
She doesn't get that much to do in this movie, but I've always liked Teresa Randall, who plays Martin's wife.
Yeah, she was good. She had good arms, I thought.
Well, she was in like listen to her filmography. She only has 30 things on her filmography.
Mm-hmm.
Most recently, Bad Boys for Life. I guess she's not in the fourth one. But she was in Malcolm X and Jungle Fever for Spike. She's the best part of Beverly Hills Cop 3. Oh, she was also Girl 6, the titular Girl 6 in Girl 6 for Spike. And she's like the female lead in Spawn. She plays Michael Jordan's wife in Space Jam.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she's in the Bad Boys movies. Like that's her whole career. But like I love her in all of those things.
Yeah, you could say it should have gone better, or you could say it went really well.
Yeah, a little of both.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed her too, though. I thought she was good. I like that they brought her back.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't like try to recast her or anything.
I wondered about that because like I was like they sort of mom her up in the first movie, and in the second movie they let her be more sexy. And I was remembering her sexiness in the second movie, and I was like, oh, is it gonna be a different actor? But it's not. They just let this actress be sexy.
Yeah, I thought some of the lines that I didn't know why she was like ratting out her husband, like his dick doesn't work in the second movie. I thought that was like, why do you do that? Especially to his sister. Like that was a weird scene. I don't know.
I forgot that Gabrielle Union was Martin Lawrence's sister.
Yeah, that was weird. Another like where we introduced a sister in the second movie.
Like, it's a good point. Lucy Hale in Sisterhood.
But this made more sense. Like that one made no sense because they like she was like in high school and they lived together. We should see her sister around. This one, it made sense. They had two different.
What? She was in Greece the whole time.
That was their excuse. But she left home at the beginning.
Go to Greece with her. I don't know.
It starts out there at home, and then they go to vacation for the summer. Like we don't see Lucy Hale at the beginning of the movie.
You're right.
But
all right,
yeah.
What else you got on this?
I don't know. I guess nothing. One thing I didn't understand. So a scene where Martin Lawrence is like pretending to be Will Smith with Téa Leoni, and she sees a bunch of photos at Will Smith's apartment of Will Smith, and she's like, "Why do you have a bunch of photos of your partner at your place? I've never really seen that before. I thought you might be gay or something." And he's like, "No, sweetie. Don't you see all the
gay panic?"
But yeah, you're right. But this line didn't make any sense to me because it implies that gay people don't have sex because he's like, "Don't you see all the dents in the bed? That's from me getting down."
I
like what? That's just because you're straight.
Yeah, you think gay people can't make dents in beds?
Yeah, I bet a lot of gay people.
One guy's fucking the other guy's dick is pressing into that bed.
They make more dents and they're heavier too.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's not a man; it's two men. So I don't know what that line was about.
I didn't care for it either. Hey, I have a note about you said Téa Leoni was a bad actress. I forgot about this. I have a note about her bad acting.
Okay.
All right. Here's something I noticed about her performance. It's funny that I started that way. But listen, actors, they like to sort of like add a little business to make stuff seem more realistic.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
And Téa Leoni, I figured out her trick as an actor. She does a thing where, you know how I said Martin Lawrence likes to add Mike? Like that's how he gets into character. He just says Mike in every line. What Téa Leoni does is she adds in a lot of knows.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll the line might be
You just did it. You just did it.
I know. The line might be Téa Leoni saying, I was at this party with Max and shit went wrong and there were drugs but she'll say, the shit went wrong and we were at this party and I just didn't know what to do. We were struggling, and that's how she makes it seem real. But she does it too much to the point where I see it as an actor tick.
Right. Well, good for I didn't notice that. Good for you. That's such you try to imagine like being the director and do you just like let her go? I kind of guess so because that's like her way of getting through it.
Movie, man. Bay's never directed. He's only directed like musicians to sing in front of candles at this point. So like it's his first time working with actors. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's out of his element.
Yeah.
But he acquitted himself, I thought, amazingly.
Oh yeah.
Michael Bay.
Mean,
you could say he's the MVP.
Style. You got his style right from the start.
Yeah, totally. Is that it? Should we go?
Yeah.
Rating. I don't know what to rate it. It's between a 3 and a 4, obviously, I think.
Yeah, me too. I think I'll go 3. Like the whole like I identity swap thing is so hacky.
Yeah.
And it goes on for way too much of the movie. I think that pulls it down from 4 territory for me. But it's a real fun action movie with 2 great lead performances. And I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, and I think when the wife shows up and she sees Taya Leone and like she's way too quick to leave him. Like, oh my god, you guys are having sex with her. I'm gonna leave you. It's way too quick to jump to conclusions and want to leave him when you have a family together, like a full family together.
I do like when the kids see Martin Lawrence on the TV and they yell, "Mom!"
Yeah,
that shot is so fucking Michael Bay.
I kind of love Michael Bay. There's something about him I kind of do love. But so I'll go with 3. Also MVP. I'm gonna go Martin Lawrence for this.
I was also going to. Martin Lawrence is fucking on point in this movie. He's hilarious. You know, he's billed ahead of Will Smith. Like Martin Lawrence at this point was a bigger star than Will Smith because Will Smith is still just like a rapper kid who's on a sitcom. And I mean, I think he earns it.
Totally.
Like, now it seems crazy to look back on a movie and see Martin Lawrence billed ahead of Will Smith, but it makes sense in context.
Yeah, I had no problem with it at all. And my LVP is Taya Leone, and yours is going to be, I forgot.
That receptionist.
Oh, yeah.
Unforgiven.
Yeah. So my
here's the files you need.
Oh, you're kind of right, but go on. In my first installments list, I put this out of 312. This is 152 between the first Harry Potter and Top Gun. That's pretty good ranking right there, I'd say.
Yeah, that's good.
And Ryder Strong has never seen either one of those. So I assume he auditioned for Mike Lowry, but he didn't.
There's there would be no part in this movie for Ryder, I don't think.
No. But I don't know. Maybe he's just racist.
Anyone else fun review this?
Well, what did Henry give it? Henry's got to love these movies, right?
I don't think Henry's a big fan, to be honest.
I don't think Henry's
even seen him. Yeah,
but Aussie Sky gave him a 5, so I assume Henry also would give it a 5. That's crazy. He hasn't seen them.
Yeah, that's true. We got to get Henry to watch these.
Yeah,
somehow.
Lots of 3s. Everyone's just giving him 3s.
Hey, Colin, he's a listener of the show. He gave it half a star. Not a fan.
Jesus, I don't know who that is.
Oh, he probably follows you on Letterboxd. Oh. But anyway, only 5-star I see is from Aussie Scott. So Henry did love it. Yeah,
that's the only one I see too.
Yeah. Let's move on to Bad Boys 2, shall we?
Yes, please. Let's head to the KKK rally.
That's always what I remember about this movie. Like anytime I put this movie on, I'm like, all right, let's see that KKK rally, baby.
It is funny when they break out of the capes or whatever and they have their guns. That's a cool shot.
Yeah. But like at first when they're showing like the very opening of this movie is like them putting like ecstasy in coffins and shit. I'm just like, get this over with. Show me that KKK rally.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time with coffins. So much coffin stuff. Yeah. They could cut easily 20 minutes out of this movie.
He's like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you could.
All the like hanging out in the boob thing.
But that's what makes it the bayest movie ever.
I know. I just didn't
that it's 2.5 hours long for no reason.
Yeah.
Like I watched an hour of this movie on Sunday, okay? And then I realized I was missing the AEW pay-per-view and I turned it off, watched that instead. Mm-hmm. And then last night I got home from work and I had to finish it. And I thought I had maybe like 45 minutes left. And I had a full movie left.
Yeah.
I had 90 minutes.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this comes years later. Like everything had happened. You know, Martin has been off the air for years. He's making Blue Streak. He's making Black
Big
Knight.
Mama's House.
He's making Big Mama. He might have even made Big Mama 2 by this point.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you got Will Smith. He's done Independence Day, Men in Black,
Wild Wild West,
Men in Black 2, I think, by this point. What else?
I don't know what he's doing.
Ali. He did Michael Mann's Ali before this movie. So like
he is huge in this movie.
So
His arms are out of control.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's probably why. He probably still had that Ali.
Yeah, I didn't
muscle
realize.
on him. Yeah. So he's I mean, he's an enormous star by this point, like one of the biggest stars in the world. So it's
Might
no
be number
wonder he was certainly the biggest star in the world at some point.
It might be around here, or is
It
it like
might
I
be
Am
around.
Legend a little later, like 07?
No, it was earlier than that. Like his star was already like fading a tad bit around that time.
All right, it's right
like,
here then.
Yeah, like here, and then like 2005, I think is Hitch. Like this was the period where it was like he was enormous. And so the budget balloons. It was $23 million in the first one. That now they have Michael Bay, the director of Armageddon, and Will Smith, the star of Men in Black and Independence Day. So the budget's $130 million.
Wow, holy shit! Makes a lot of sense. It's interesting because there's like half on the screen and half just in their pockets, but everybody deserves it basically.
Totally. Like you can't really argue with it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. So they did try to make this movie like right after the first one. Bay wanted to move on to The Rock. So they actually set it up with this dude, Tom Day, who went on to direct Shanghai Noon with Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson. His own little buddy comedy movie. But that version never came to pass. And then it looked like it was never going to get made. And then Bay decided I'll reteam with these dudes. And so it finally comes out July 18th, 2003. All right. DVD.
Both of them?
Well, yeah, the first one probably VHS.
Oh, well.
I'm fucking old as hell.
So have you never seen any Bad Boys in the theater?
No, I saw the third one in theaters.
Oh, the third one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen this newest one?
Not yet. I've been saving it for the pod.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And which has been tough for me because the third one had a lot of like soap opera stuff going on, a lot of Cliffies, and so like I
Cliffies.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. So the script insanely for this movie is credited to the following two people: Ron Shelton and Jerry Stahl. Okay. Now, Ron Shelton is the king of boring sports movies.
Okay. Like what?
He wrote and he's a director mostly. He wrote and directed Bull Durham, Tin Cup with Kevin Costner, Cobb with the Ty Cobb movie. He did White Men Can't Jump.
People like that one.
Yeah, well, I love that movie. That's his best movie by far. And he did Play It to the Bone, which is a boxing movie with Woody Harrelson and Antonio Banderas. Like that's all he does is fucking sports movies. He also did one of the first 30 for 30s, which is about Michael Jordan's baseball career.
Okay. And Blue Chips.
He wrote that one, didn't direct it. Yeah. But that's what he does. Like even when he's not directing sports movies, he's like, you got a sports movie I could write? I'll do some sports movies for you.
All right. Well, people like at least a few of those movies.
Yeah, no, he's hit or miss, but like certainly he had some big hits. And the other guy, Jerry Stahl, he was that fucking drug addict that the movie Permanent Midnight with Ben Stiller?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That movie, Ben Stiller plays Jerry Stahl in that movie.
Okay. A drug addict.
So we got recovering drug addict Jerry Stahl, who used to hand in all his scripts late with bloodstains on them, and Ron Shelton of sports films.
All right, Dream Team.
Yeah. And now those are just the people that end up getting credited for the script. I read that something like 20 different writers were brought in to do like punch up for this movie. Some notable names include John Lee Hancock, the guy that wrote and directed like Saving Mr. Banks and The Founder and The Rookie, another sports guy, and Koppelman Levine, the creators of Billions, who wrote Rounders. And also, how about this? Judd Apatow was
Whoa.
brought in to do some punch.
That's why it's
up on
2.5
this
hours
movie.
long. 'Cause of Judd. Oh no.
And he apparently brought in himself a very young Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg 4 years
Wow.
before Superbad. Yeah,
That's very cool. Can't really
Uh,
pick up on that stuff. Maybe if I watch it again.
No, I don't know how much of their stuff ended up in the movie. I mean, Ron Shelton and Jerry Stahl are credited by the Writers Guild, so they probably had the most stuff that ended up in the movie. But all those people worked on it for like a week or two at a time.
Yeah. Well, Letterboxd credits original writer George Gallo.
George Gallo was one of the. He has the story credit on the original, so he might just like get credit on all of them.
I think
like
that's
automatically. All right. It was nominated for some awards.
Okay, like what?
Like, well, you mentioned the MTV probably gave him a bunch of nominations. They just gave him 2, but it was the same 2 awards they were nominated for in the first one. Interestingly, best action sequence and best on-screen duo, and they lost both again. Best action sequence, they lost to Lord of the Rings. Oh wait, let me hear the MTV theme. I want my MTV. Thank you. It lost to Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's big war at the end there. It goes on for like an hour. And
can I guess duo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Dory and Marlin.
Oh my god, you just want Pixar characters to win this, well, but no, the winners were Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore for 51st Dates.
Oh shit, that's a great pick.
Yeah. Saturn Awards nominated Gabrielle Union. They had an award around this time. I don't know if they still do it, but it was the genre Face of the Future. All right, and they nominated Gabrielle Union for that, but she lost to Melissa George for season 3 of Alias. And the problem with Melissa George being the face of the future is that she's an Australian actress, and she has among one of the worst American accents of any actor I've ever heard.
Yeah, so it didn't really pan out.
Yeah. I think
Gabrielle Union was the face of somebody's future. Do you know who? I'm talking Dwayne Wade.
I knew it was a basketball player.
Yeah, she's married to D Wade. One of the greats. I believe so, yeah. Yeah. And they have like kids together.
Honestly, if you're like, how old is Dwayne Wade?
He's got to be about LeBron's age, probably about 42.
Right. And Gabrielle Union's 51.
I nailed it. D Wade is 42 years old. I
think if you're like Dwayne Wade and you're like in your 20s or 30s and you end up marrying Gabrielle Union, that's such a win, right?
Gabrielle Union is 9 years older than D Wade.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when Nick Cannon married Mariah Carey. Like, even if you have nothing in common,
yeah, right.
I married Mariah Carey. I did that. I did that shit. Yeah. Her previous husband was Chris Howard, who was a running back in the NFL. So she only dates athletes.
All right. I've never heard of Chris Howard. So she upgraded, in my opinion.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Gabrielle Union. She's amazing. I mean, what a career. One of the only black people ever to be on Friends.
She really had a great career. I know her from like Bring It On and like
Things
I Hate About You.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a great career as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay. Right. But like after this, what did this like launch her into?
Well, I mean, she became one of the big like black stars of her generation. She was always starring, and Think Like a Man was big for her, and The Brothers, Cadillac Records. Like, she was in a lot of like big black movies. Mm-hmm. Back when that was still a thing, where we felt like we needed to market movies only to black people.
Right. Now it's a better time.
And then she was on this show, Being Mary Jane, that was on BET for years. So she's always working. I'm not trying to take anything. I just wasn't that familiar with her career. Yeah. She's she belongs in that convo with like Sanaa Lathan or something, like the
Really?
best black actresses of her generation.
Nia Long. I feel like she's like my favorite one.
Yeah, Nia Long.
Yeah.
Nia Long was another one who like broke through into a bunch of white projects. That was like
What about Regina Hall? She's actually my favorite.
Regina Hall's probably actually a better actor than any of the ones we've said, but yeah, that's
Yeah. But
Okay.
there's Gabby Union. She's cool.
Gabby.
Very beautiful.
Who calls her
Gabby.
Gabby?
Me,
Okay.
Gabby Union.
Speaking of black movies, by the way, I don't always bring up this award show, but I find it interesting. The Image Awards. That's like just for black movies or people of color movies. And back in this time, a lot of movies like Bad Boys 2, like just like nothing action movies, would get nominated at these awards because they were just making so few movies for black people. And like now, the Image Awards, like you go look at it, like there's a million great movies nominated because now they make movies for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, like I Will Smith was nominated for Best Actor for Bad Boys 2. Okay. And he lost to Cuba Gooding Jr. for Radio.
Hell yeah, Radio. That's a good one.
That's Radio is in the conversation for worst movie I've ever seen.
It's rated worst of this year, according to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
But like it might be worst ever.
Ever. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I was in high school.
I have. Gabrielle Union was also nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and she lost to Alfre Woodard for Radio. So Radio is just sweeping. And it was nominated for Best Picture of the Year, but it lost to The Fighting Temptations, which also has Cuba Gooding Jr. in it. So he's just like running Black Hollywood at this time.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
He's got a son on the way to run Hollywood.
Omar Gooding Sr.
Omar Gooding?
What was his name? The son?
I forget his name. Well, hey Siri, what was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son's name? Mason.
Mason Gooding Sr.
Mason
Thank
Gooding
you.
Sr. Damn.
What was I thinking of with Omar?
Omar Epps.
No, look, in the 90s, like when I was a kid, there was like a Nickelodeon actor named Omar Gooding.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was in Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Okay, so fair enough.
Yeah, all right. I wasn't being totally weird.
No.
All right. All right, so this movie made $273.7 million at the box office, came in at number 11 for the year, just outside the top 10.
That's kind of crazy.
What? That wasn't in the top 10?
Yeah, Bad Boys 2, like 8, like Will Smith's like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Number 11, number 10 was Cheaper by the Dozen.
Okay.
That made more money. And number 12 was Anger Management. Okay. Let's talk about
Let's rank it. It's 2003.
Oh, right.
Number 10, Elf. Number 9, Identity. This is not one of my better years. Number 8, American
Number
Splendor.
9, Identity.
Yeah, it's too low, I know. Number 8, American Splendor. Number 7, I just watched it. The Shape of Things. That's a great movie. Not as good as that other one.
In the Company of Men.
Yes. Number 6, Finding Nemo. There's a whole episode on it. Listen to it. Kill Bill is number 5. There's also an episode on that one. Number 4 is The Room. Number 3, X2. X-Men United, I want to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that on Letterboxd. Number 2 is Old Boy. Number 1 is School of Rock.
All right. I'm not including The Room because that's crazy, but The Room's obviously my favorite movie of that year.
Right. This year produced your favorite and least favorite movie ever, The Room.
Yep, The Room and Radio.
That's amazing.
All right, here's my list though. Number 10, Memories of Murder by Bong Joon-ho. Number 9, Dogville by Lars von Trier.
We'll cover that one day. I just realized that's a franchise.
There's a sequel, Manderley. Number 8, Kill Bill Volume 1. Number 7, X2. Number 6, Willard. Number 5, American Splendor. Number 4, The Shape of Things. Number 3, School of Rock. Number 2, All the Real Girls.
Yeah. 2.
And number 1, Gus Van Sant's Elephant.
Oh yeah, that's right. All the Real Girls is my 13, and my 14 is Elephant. So that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so Bad Boys 2, let's do it. We open at a KKK rally.
Bad Boys 2, by the way, number 24 on my list. Pretty high.
I didn't.
I've got it. I've got it between Old Boy and Bad Santa.
This is better than Bad Santa?
Yes.
You were really high on Bad Santa.
I know.
You gave it a 4.
Yeah, I know.
Remember I watched the wrong cut of Bad Santa? It was
like
15 minutes shorter. I missed out on like really important stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I gave it a 3 because I missed out on some good stuff.
All right. Anyway, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, Michael Shannon. That was cool. He didn't do anything right off, really.
Well, he did come back later in the movie.
Like, I know, but he didn't do anything. Like he came back. I expected him to be important, but he wasn't.
Well, he wasn't really a thing yet, dude.
Right. You're right.
Like the first thing I remember seeing Michael Shannon in was Boardwalk Empire. And that's like, or like he had done Shotgun Stories in like 2007. And then Boardwalk Empire came out the next year. And then Take Shelter really broke him.
You know his first thing?
But like this is like years before that. And I saw this movie, but I just didn't take notice. What's his first thing?
I want to say his first move. I'm not looking at it, so I could easily just look this up. But I want to say his first thing is in Groundhog Day. He like has like an appearance in Groundhog Day where he shouts Super Bowl at somebody.
I remember last time I watched Groundhog Day, like being blown away that Michael
I think that's
Shannon
like a fact that people have been talking about.
But yeah, that's just like a dude that's been around forever. Like he was trying to break into the business, and I heard he did like stand-up comedy for a little while. Like he was just trying to get noticed.
Yeah.
And eventually it worked. Yeah. By sheer force of talent.
Yeah.
But here's something I noticed from the opening credits.
Okay.
How about this credit? Executive music consultant.
Oh, yes.
Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. And I started to think about how Michael Bay probably went to some Diddy parties. And I don't know. I wonder what went on there.
Yeah. Who knows?
What did Diddy do? Like, I know like he's like fully canceled at this point, but I haven't really like, kept up with the news.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either.
It's gotta be bad, right?
I want to say like possible like sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking. Yeah.
Like at the extremes, that's what I want to say. But I'm not sure. So I don't want to say much.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, here. Lil Rod. A guy named Lil Rod sued him for sexual assault.
Okay.
And also he's involved in shooting a guy. I don't know, man.
A string of sexual assault allegations have been made against Sean Diddy Combs, one of the most successful music, whatever. 4 women, including his longtime partner, have filed lawsuits against
4 women. What is that? A Robert Altman sequel?
That's hilarious. Accusing him of sexual and physical abuse. That's what I just see when you Google P. Diddy accusations. So,
all right. Well,
I don't know. Maybe I made it too extreme.
And he physically assaulted his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura.
Yeah, it says that. You know her?
Oh, is that Cassie? There was a singer named Cassie.
It says Cassandra and then in quotes Cassie Ventura.
Yeah, there you go. All right. That's sad.
Yeah.
Guys, don't get mixed up with Diddy, you know? Joaquin Phoenix dodged a bullet.
Did he really?
Yeah, remember he almost like has Diddy produce his rap album and I'm Still Here.
No, I haven't seen that. I don't know about that.
What? You gotta see I'm Still Here.
I know, I do.
Anyway, what do we got here in this movie? It starts off, there's a big raid on a KKK rally.
Wait, I'll edit this out if this isn't important.
All right, so not only is Michael Shannon in the KKK sequence, but I was very excited to see Henry Rollins as the head of the SWAT team.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Henry Rollins of Black Flag fame and Rollins Band fame, I guess. My favorite Henry Rollins thing is that music video where he's on fire running. There's a really good Beavis and Butthead version of that music video.
All right, so there we go. I think he's in like one of the Jackass movies.
He was all around, man. Like that dude, Henry Rollins. He like got his start as like a real like anti-establishment like punk guy, and eventually, like, he was just like in Bad Boys 2. Like, he was doing, I remember he had like a stand-up special at one point, but it was like not funny at all. It was just him telling stories. It was he's had an odd career.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
No relation to Seth Rollins.
No, because I believe his actual last name is Lopez.
Which one? Seth
Rollins. Yeah.
Oh shit. Isn't he married to what's her name?
He's married to
Australian?
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch. That's beautiful.
Nay, Rebecca Quinn.
All right.
Okay.
Like I looked it up once and they were like the exact same age. I was like, that's nice. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they really found each other.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
They're also the exact same level of attractiveness, I think.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. I agree with that. I think I'll make it.
I think so too. They're gonna be all right. All right. So they're at the KKK rally. The KKK are white power, white, and we're just like panning around the rally. And then great line, Martin Lawrence says, "Blue power."
I love that. Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. Yeah,
I was laughing so hard at that. That's
totally
great. All right. So that whole sequence is fun. And then we set up the movie. So
he gets shot in the butt.
That's true. He does get shot in the butt.
Yeah, that's great.
What in the butt? And we go to Martin's house. Gabrielle Union, his sister, is staying there. She's got lots of secrets. Okay. Not only is she a DEA agent who is currently having a fake undercover relationship with the bad guy, but she's also the bad guy of the movie.
You talking about Razor Ramon?
No.
You're talking about
Billie Eilish.
I think we didn't do that joke too much.
We do.
I like it though.
But she's also in another fake, I mean, this is a real relationship, but undercover with Will Smith, because he was in New York recently and they went on 5 dates.
5 whole dates. That's a lot of dates.
Yeah,
that means they had sex, right?
Yeah, definitely. I really liked the part where Will Smith was describing their meeting, and we met us. We saw each other on the street. I said, "What's up?" We were both hungry. She ate some kind of fish. It was grouper.
Yeah, he's the best.
So funny. All right. And anything else?
What's your favorite Will Smith moment in his career? Because I've got mine ready to go if you don't have one.
It's in Independence Day when he's flying the plane and he goes, "Oh no, you did not just shoot that green shit at me."
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Mine was a bit of a joke. I think you passed me. Yours was better. I was gonna go with the "I Am Legend" when he's quoting Shrek. That's probably my favorite Will Smith.
I hate that Shrek is involved in that movie.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. We thought it was going to be like an all-time classic.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is. You're right. Martin Lawrence wearing a lot of jerseys in this movie, I noticed.
Oh, I wrote them down somewhere. And Michael Vick and somebody else.
Yeah, Michael Vick is the notable one.
Alonzo Mourning, yeah.
But Alonzo Mourning, yeah, because he's at this time, like, sports in Miami was pretty big.
Totally.
John Sally's begging for front court or courtside Heat tickets at one point in the movie.
No, I thought they said we'll give you Heat, and he was like, "No, Lakers." He wanted the Lakers.
No, that's not true. He first begged for courtside, and then he wanted to make sure it's a game where the Heat is playing the Lakers.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But does that make him a Lakers fan though?
No, but I think at the time, like, they had like Shaq and Kobe, right? So it's like you want to see that.
Yeah, of course you do want to see that. When does Shaq go to the Heat? Is he there for? Is he like 05?
Shaq was on the Heat.
He won a title with them in 2006.
He did.
D Wade basically like shot 1 million free throws and they beat the Mavericks.
I have no memory of that whatsoever. In my head, Shaq was on the Orlando Magic, then he went to the Lakers, and then he retired.
Oh no, he played for like the Celtics and the Suns.
What?
And,
Shaq was on the Celtics.
He played. There's like a funny GIF or a meme of like he completed like the rainbow. There's like him in like a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, every jersey, like every type of jersey.
I must have just so been not paying attention to basketball at that time. But like that is shocking news to me.
Yeah, he played on like
that
8
Shaq
teams.
was on more than 2 teams.
No, totally.
Wow. All right. Well, what else you got, buddy?
Oh, so, I mean, so much. So yeah, so they're dating or whatever. Why is Peter Stormare in this movie? I hated his whole plot line.
I did too. He's giving me my LVP.
Same.
Peter Stormare is an actor who, if he's used properly, is a really exciting, alive, unpredictable character actor. But then I feel like when you put Peter Stormare in like a big blockbuster, which happens more than you think, he just gets gross.
Yes.
Like I feel like he's just gross and annoying.
Yeah, but I felt like this character was just like cut him out of the movie. He serves no purpose. Like
it's true. Like I thought he was going to be like the major villain, but then it turns out he's just sort of like the backup to that other dude.
Yeah, I feel like there were a lot of stuff we could easily just cut.
Who was the other dude?
The guy looked like Jesus. There's even like a painting of him.
They keep saying his name like he's like a really important villain. What was it? Something Tapia.
Yeah, Hector Juan Carlos something. His name cuts off on IMDb.
That's the actor, but the character.
No. The actor is Jordi Mola.
Oh,
the actor is Johnny Tapia.
Johnny Tapia.
Or that's the character.
Right,
I mean.
right. Johnny Tapia is the character, but yeah, I wasn't familiar with this guy, and he's like the main villain of the movie.
He's in Riddick. Oh, the 2013 movie Riddick. He's in Blow, the Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah, I guess he was just like a Latin actor that was getting a lot of work at this time.
I thought he had like a cool, slimy feel to him.
No, he did. Like I had no problem with him. I actually preferred him to Checky Cario, which was like a way more major actor in the first one. But yeah, I really don't know him.
Yeah, cool. He had nice eyes too.
He had nice eyes. That's good. Okay. I'm sure he'll love to hear that. I hope he listens to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. So then what happened is, oh, by the way, I didn't like when Martin Lawrence called his sister a honeypot. He was like, "You're only in the." I guess that's later on, right? Where he's like, "You're only in the DEA because you're a honeypot." It's like, holy shit. That's what you say to your sister.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Gabrielle
it's like calling your sister like a fine piece of ass or something.
Yeah, that was so mean. I didn't like that. But anyway, so what else happens? A million. They had.
The camera's always swirling around in this one. So
yeah, it's really cool.
There's one shot where it does that in the first one. It's awesome, but he goes crazy in this. That one shot where like
in the room
going through the keyhole and then like the hole in the wall, and it
did it twice. I was like, whoa, cool, and then it did it 28,000 more times.
I know.
And I was like, all right,
this
Michael,
is insane.
Sit down.
Yeah, there's they had like 2 like Spanish dudes in the first movie that were like their foils.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they did the same thing in this movie, but they were different dudes. Did you notice that?
No, they recast them?
I think so. I think they were just different characters.
Oh, like the guys at the department? No, I thought they were new characters, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked them. I thought they were fun.
Yeah, I liked them in both movies, but it was just sort of weird.
Right.
John Seda was in this. I just want to shout him out because he was in La Brea.
Okay. I don't know who it is.
All right. What else do you want to talk about though?
I feel like there's just so many scenes.
I took fewer notes on this one. I was just like in it.
I mean, should we more talk about the important stuff or what could be like just cut out completely out? Joey Pants is back. Which one is it where he's playing basketball? Is that the first movie?
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
I love that, and he just keeps shooting it over the backboard.
He's the worst player ever.
I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, of course it was. He had a funny line where he goes like, "I they were all going in before you came in here."
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
But wasn't he like he was like smoking and playing basketball at the same time? Like he had like a cigar in his mouth.
I love Joey Pants, man. What I don't love the running bit in Bad Boys 2 where like he and Martin Lawrence are both in therapy now, so they're doing that like
mantra You have to take your shoes off before you go in his office.
Woosah.
Yeah. But Will Smith fucked his therapist, remember?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Was it?
I don't know.
It was. I mean, it fit the movie, the tone of the movie perfectly. Like that. Of course, he would fuck his therapist.
Yeah.
I feel like
absolutely.
therapists are always fucking in movies and TV, and it's not a great representation of therapists. Like I've never had a therapist even come close to fucking me.
No. I hate that part in Crank, the second Crank movie where like the therapist like
Oh,
wants to fuck
That part's awesome.
I hate that part. But you're right. Not in The Sopranos. Did they never fuck?
But it happens all the time. Like I was watching Nip Tuck. He's fucking a therapist. It's it's a frequent thing. I remember there's a show I watched with Tim Roth called Lie to Me, and in the pilot episode, he's fucking his therapist.
Is it illegal to do that?
I mean, I'm sure they'd lose their license or whatever, but I feel
What
like
happens to you?
I don't know. In movies, you're just fucking therapists all the time, and I was led to believe that was a possibility, you know. And I've had like one or two therapists that I would have,
Yeah, just didn't happen.
never happened. Yeah.
I don't know.
The first time I was in therapy, I hit on my therapist a lot. Like
Yeah.
I
What, you probably shouldn't do that.
No, I know, but I think she was sort of used to it. Like there's like this transference thing where you're like talking about such like personal shit. So like to a person who's not like familiar with therapy or familiar with like voicing their emotions or whatever, like it feels more intimate to the patient than for the therapist.
And the therapist is there doing a job. They're not thinking about it. Like,
No, totally. Yeah, like it's not a current. They just like experience. It's like how doctors like aren't blown away by like tits. Like
Yeah,
they
they
see
don't-
them all day. You
right,
know,
right, right.
like that's how the therapists are. And so I just think we gotta stop that. We gotta stop making fictional therapists fuck.
All right. I like that stance.
All right,
All right. I'll write something about a therapist who doesn't fuck.
I would appreciate that.
um, so what happened? Dan Marino popped up.
Yeah, well, that's right after Michael Bay's.
Right. We take
cameo.
Dan's car because
Yeah,
Michael wouldn't give him his car.
it was great to see Dan Marino act again. He's one of my favorite actors. Of
What else
course,
does he
a
do?
great performance as himself in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
What happens? There's we didn't mention the first movie with the shirt open, did we? He's running around with his shirt open.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I-
Like Will Smith always has his shirt open in both these movies.
Really? I don't remember that much.
Yeah, we love that.
I don't know. But there's one part where we go visit like a Best Buy because we find a camera with some info on it. So we take it to like a Best Buy and he's trying to figure it out. But then on the TV, we get like an emotional
Oh
moment
my god! Yeah,
where we're
yeah.
like, my ass still hurts from the other night. What you did, you're just such a loose cannon. You don't know how to handle it. You're too crazy when you get back there, you know?
Right. They're talking about his bullet wound, but it's being shown to everybody in the Best Buy on all the TVs, and they all hilariously think that it's two gay men talking about their anal sex play.
Absolutely. And this could just cut it out of the movie
Yeah.
easily.
What I liked about it is the second they realized they were being shown on the TV. Like I would just think like, oh, they saw our conversation about your wound, but like they immediately know, like, oh my god, they all think we're gay.
They realized that?
Yeah.
I thought a woman had to be like, you guys are gay or something. I don't know what
Maybe.
happened. But by the way, we hint at the third movie. Did you catch this written in? Oh, you did because it was your intro, right? And written in the yearbook was Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah, well, they keep saying that. That's like a mantra in the movie. We ride
I guess
together,
so,
we
yeah.
die together. Bad boys for life. And I mean, they do that really seriously when Gabrielle Union finally gets kidnapped and like taken to Cuba or whatever. And we get this lovely moment between
I don't
them.
know if I bought that.
Get out of here.
Martin was really trying to sell it. Like, fuck you guys. That's my sister. I was
Oh
like, "All right,
yeah.
Martin."
No, it is true. Like like they try to make that part seem so serious. And what's hilarious about it is everyone else does too. Like Martin Lawrence's sister gets kidnapped, and then Joey Pants is like, well, all right, the CIA, the FBI, a few spies I know. I'm like, how do you know spies? You're the Miami police officer. And the DEA, like every branch of government wants to get involved in this case to save Martin Lawrence's sister. And they're all willing to put these two Miami narcotics like officers in charge.
I love movies. That's why movies exist for scenarios like this. It is hilarious. It is very funny. Another scene I think you could just cut out of the movie. That whole morgue scene, I thought was so dumb.
I always hate that scene. Yeah, where it really is. It's like an excuse to show boobs in the movie, but they're dead boobs.
Dead boobs, but are they sexy or are they not? I guess that's the question.
They're not. They're dead.
I know, but they're like, you're looking at them anyway. So I don't know. It's really stupid.
Yeah, I never liked that part. I remember when this movie came out, like even as a kid, thinking like that was fucked up and weird.
Yeah, and then I think you could cut out the next scene too, honestly, where because in this scene he like drinks some water, but accidentally the ecstasies in the water.
Right. I don't like this scene either. You're right.
And then they visit Joey Pants, and then like a whole scene where he's high on the. I mean, pills.
Martin Lawrence is being funny or whatever, but like, there's the whole thing with like Will Smith, like look closer at the video, don't look behind you. He's doing weird shit.
It's so cliche.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, you could cut out at least those 3 scenes, in my opinion. But whatever. And then there's like a big scene where we figure out like there's money in the coffins. We go to the big shootout at a Navy base, and like there are claymores on the ground, and gotta dodge that shit. I thought that was fun. And then Gabrielle Union threw the gun onto the claymore. That was a cool move. It came up and blew up.
And then they kissed. Made out, even though there were mines on the ground.
Yeah, because we don't care.
Oh my God. And we didn't even talk about this. One of my favorite bits. This is like honestly one of the things I think of when someone's like mentions Bad Boys 2. One of the first things I think of is that opening bit where the pool falls apart and he goes flying into the water. And I forgot that they did it again at the end with Will Smith, and they're both on those little floaties. That is delightful to me.
Yeah, I agree. When it came up in the movie, I was like, this is a cool stunt. Like it's flooding into the ocean, and they're like going, this is really neat. And then at the end, I was like, oh shit, they did it again. They had to do that twice, I guess. So that was really cool. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was cool. But anything else cool happen?
I mean,
rats
everything
had sex. They were like, rats fucking.
They fuck just like us.
Yeah, we go undercover. That's a big thing. We go undercover as exterminators.
Yeah. There's just so much in this movie. Like you said, like did anything else cool happen? Yes, everything else cool happened.
Yeah, I just found it like snip. You can cut this. And you were just rocking hard with it, I guess.
But no, I agree with everything you're saying. Like from like an artistic perspective, and maybe to make the movie more rewatchable or more fun. Like, yeah, you should cut a half hour of this movie out, but it's
kind of what makes it though.
I don't know, but it's like Michael Bay on steroids, and Michael Bay is already Michael Bay on steroids. So it's like super steroids.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. So you like this more than the first one? I guess we'll get to the ranking in a second. I'll give it a 3 also, I guess. Did I give the last one a 3? I don't even remember.
I have this as a 4 on Letterboxd, but it's probably more like a 3. I
think if this is the first time watch, you'd give it a 3.
Definitely. Yeah. But I just have like love for it. Like I love how in Hot Fuzz they watch Bad Boys 2.
Do they? I thought they watched Point Break.
They watch both. Like they talk about Bad Boys 2 and Point Break like they are like everything you'd ever want out of action movies.
Yeah.
And I sort of get that. Like there's something to it. And so I don't know.
Pain and Gain hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking Bad Boys 2 in those terms. It's just such an enormous fucking movie.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
I think like Bad Boys is better, but this one will always have like a special place in my heart.
I love that. I do love that. That's why I'd always heard my whole life was that people like this one more. So, MVP. I'm gonna go Will Smith for this one.
Me too. I was gonna switch it up myself.
Yeah. So we did the same thing.
Yeah.
I think last time we did, I gave for the Jump Street. If we compare those to this, I think I did first one Jonah, second one Channing, and you did both Channing. You were like, no, Channing's just outright better than Jonah. Sorry, I wanted to kind of balance it. But so LVP Stormare, we agree also.
Yeah, that's right.
And for my second installments list, 186 of them, 186, I rank it 76 between Texas Chainsaw 2 and Mad Max 2.
Mad Max 2 is way too low.
You might be right.
All right. Is that it? We did Bad Boys 1
I
and 2?
believe that we did it. Yeah.
All right.
We had a Patreon comment.
Well, that's Eric. He loves Bad Boys.
Yeah, he says, love this franchise, although the non-franchise one with Sean Penn and Cameron from Ferris Bueller is badass. What's that one?
That's actually a really good point. Yeah, there's a movie from like 1983 called Bad Boys.
Oh, I've heard of this, yeah.
Yeah. It's directed by Rick Rosenthal, who made like Halloween 2. And it's actually a really good movie. Really fun, weird Chicago movie.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll
Very
check it out
young Sean Penn.
All right.
I wrote in my review, it's probably my second or third favorite Bad Boys movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Now there's been a new one. You haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
But so that's next week. Is those the two new ones?
Yeah. So we'll watch the pilot episode.
Oh, yeah.
LA's Finest with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba. And then we'll watch Bad Boys for Life, which is the third movie, and Bad Boys Ride or Die, which is the fourth movie.
Which I hear
the
is
title
good.
Of Survivor Season or something.
Bad Boys Ride or Die.
The Challenge Ride or
Challenge.
Die.
Yeah, that is one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We also there's a fantasy football league. If you're a patron, I have put on the we still have 4 available spots.
You don't have to be a patron. Just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Reach out to Daniel and I will send him the link and he will send you the link. Or if you know who I am, reach out to me and I will do it that way. But we have 4 available spots. So first 4 that tell us.
And the draft is this Saturday, right?
It was Sunday, but somebody asked, can it be Saturday?
Evil Chris.
And I've never had nobody else really ask me for stuff. So if somebody does, I'll just say yes. So he asked me, so I said yes. So now it's Saturday.
Ladies, take note of that for future encounters with Logan.
Yeah, you just gotta ask. Ask and you shall receive. That was a line in The Shape of Things, which I watched last night.
Yeah, good film. Okay, so that's next week. Stay tuned to the patreon.com/the franchise. We've got a new episode of Hey, I'm Watching Here up there. But also we got Buffy coming back this week. I took a little hiatus.
Taylor
Swift. Yeah, he's Swift with Taylor talking about Red. And finally
the second week of Big Brother.
Yeah, the second week of Big Brother.
Did we do the second 2 weeks? Week 2 and 3? Or just second week?
Let me ease back in.
Let's just do the second week.
Yeah.
So that's that. And yeah.
All right. So thank you for listening.